Alright, you guys, a lot of people have been kind of asking about how I curl my hair. First things first is I am a licensed cosmetologist. I do this curl on everybody, and I'm sure it seems a lot easier to me. It really is simple, but it seems like magic at the same time, so I'm going to kind of show you what I'm up to. Pay attention. I do have second day hair. There's not any product in it. It is pretty soft for the most part. I'm going to section them underneath. I'm going to show you the products I'm using. My first product I'm going to use for thermal protection is the biggest key. It's going to be the foundation product to how your curls are sitting. If you don't have the moisture, you don't have the curl. You're just left with frizz. So what I'm using is this Miracle. It's a 10 blow dry spray. It's a thermal protector and split end mender. I like to just give my hair a little mist with it. I am grabbing about a 1/4 inch section underneath this piece. I would say the more sections you take are going to be the curlier it looks. So you can kind of adjust. If you have thicker hair, you probably want to take more sections because otherwise you won't get all of that beach curl up there. So I kind of take it. I am grabbing at the base of my curling iron. My curling iron is at probably about 350. So I'm grabbing it at the top of the base and I start to kind of wind down. And I kind of start sliding it in, sliding it in. And I add an extra turn before I pull out. In the next section, I'm actually going to take the next piece and curl towards my face. So this one I curled away, and then in the next one I'm going to curl forward. And then on the opposite side, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to curl away from my face over here. I'm going to leave about 1 inch of those ends out and keep twirling away from my face. And in the next section, I'm going to curl towards my face. And I do grab more towards the base versus the ends. And a lot of that is because it's super popular to have your ends be straight now. Sometimes like these look pretty straight for the most part. Like this side, it got a little curly here. If it gets a little curly, I kind of tighten that curl and I will kind of flat iron it with my flat iron just a little bit. It kind of helps smooth it out just a little bit. I'm gonna spray with my thermal spray again. There really is no such thing as too much thermal spray unless you are cooking fajitas on your hair. If it is sizzling, it is too hot, and it's too much thermal spray. Anything by my face, like as far as like my framing goes, away from the face. It makes it a lot more graceful in your curls. This is a pretty wide section only because I have such little hair. This hair I'm going to curl really, really quick just because I don't need it to be any shorter than what it is. When I get to the top, I'll kind of slow down how I'm curling that too. My next piece is away from the, or is towards the face because my first one was away from the face. So I'm grabbing it, setting it through, start at the base, you're going to curl forward, and I leave some of those ends out. I'm adding an extra turn to my curls, do you see that? And I'm going to pull it out. I'm taking pretty big sections only in the sense that I have such fine hair and it does curl really well. Like I said, if you have thick hair, you definitely want to take probably smaller sections. This next piece is going away from the face and this will complete the side. I really have baby fine hair if you guys couldn't really tell. It's super, super soft, so that's why I'm able to curl it as fast as I can. And I just kind of slide it out like that. This one's going towards the face. And I would say that I would mostly focus curling towards the face on the outside corners of your head, and a lot of that is because it's adding more body to your hair, or more body, where it is kind of helping push your hair forward. So the nice thing is that it kind of gives you that look that it's bigger than what it is. And this is the last piece on this side. I only took 3 on both sides, and I'm curling away from the face again. So this is my third section. It's a blow dry spray, but it also is really good for when your hair is down. I feel like if I don't have moisture in my curl, then it gets frizzy and sticky and it gets crunchy. I like to be able to run my fingers through my curls all day. I like something touchable and movable. So I think this is probably the most confusing time. So normally I would probably curl away from the face, but because I have such a small section of hair in front of my ears, if I curl this next one towards the face again, I'm gonna have a lot going towards the face. So just for the fact that I have a lot going on that way, I'm just gonna take one more small section and go away from my face. And once you curl it, you'll be able to know which way it looks better. Sometimes I do curl everything away from the face to kind of get started. I don't have my flat iron with me, but I know a lot of people will go through with the flat iron and just kind of straighten those out again. I like a little bit of a twist. I don't want it to look too beachy. I like my curling iron versus my flat iron because it's more of a consistent heat, where my flat iron, if I'm curling my hair, sometimes I pull it through too fast, sometimes I pull it through too slow, and I have curls of all sorts of different lengths. And I'm adding this extra curl as it's falling off, and that is because it's getting a tighter tension up top. I'll kind of show you. This curl stays so hot up here because I'm adding in this extra turn when I'm releasing it. And because I'm adding in that extra turn, if you guys can see it, it's tightening this up, like I said, where it looks like a dreadlock. But again, as it's cooling off, that's where that heat is staying. So that's why it stays so beachy and it doesn't fall flat right away. And I have like a weird section going on. And in that sense, if I have some weird kind of guy going on, I just take 2 sections, I split it in half, and each is going away from the face. So yeah, they kind of look like dreadlocks at first, but that's okay. Okay. I personally like to part my hair down the middle. I'll show you some cool stuff. If you part it down the middle, even if you don't, you get a lot of body if you do this way. Again, just like everything else, I'm curling away from the face. I personally bring this one forward. And a lot of it is because when my bangs open, I don't want like a McDonald's sign on my forehead. I really like it to kind of fall open like a curtain versus, you know, offering burgers for sale. But I'm curling it down and forward. And I like to twist again and pull. So this is a pretty big section. This is my biggest secret. So normally this should get curled towards the face. I'm gonna split it in half. And I'm curling the underneath one towards the face. It's gonna be a smaller section, but that's okay. I am actually lifting my hair up really high. I mean, I know it was probably hard to tell. I do lift my hair up high versus having it down so low, especially on the top half. And a lot of that is because if I am lifting my hair only till this point, I'm only getting heat till right about here. Where if I lift it up, that means I can get heat all the way to my base here. So a lot of the reason that I do lift it up is, again, just to get that curl to stand up higher too. So I grab it at the base. I'm curling away, gonna lay like a little over an inch out, and this is where we pull out that curl. It looks really silly at first, you guys, I swear. I've had people wonder what the heck I'm doing if I'm leaving the house like this because it looks so goofy at first, but once you comb it out, it all makes sense. This one I'm curling away from the face too. Again, I'm bringing this one forward. No Ronald McDonald signs, please. And I'm twisting with the same way that I'm curling. So again, this is normally my next section that I would curl forward, but I'm physically gonna take this right in half and curl this piece forward. I'm just gonna spray it one more time. Alright, so while we cool off, to reiterate, everything by my face was curled away. The next curl after that, I did curl forward, especially in these back corners. Like I said, it's going to, when I comb it out, it's going to look like it's giving more body by kind of pushing it forward. Before I comb it out, because I'm going to get poofy here in a second, this is my favorite. It's kind of like a sea salt spray, but what I like about it is it's by Kendra. It's a dry wax spray. And I use this guy to comb out my curls, and a lot of that is because it's kind of like a sea salt spray where it's not wet, but it's texturizing. Not just texturizing, but it does add weight to your hair in a sense that you're not getting poofy when you comb out your curls. So I know a lot of people that will get poofy where they will just let the curls be ringlets. Well, to get that beachy look, we do have to comb them out. And this one I have using too much of also. I do feel like this one works really well outside. It helps my curls last longer. And you can usually spray more when you're done. And at this point, we're gonna comb them out. Like, sometimes that does get flat still, which is okay. So then I go through on top and I just take these little baby sections and start really close up my scalp. So curling. And I just add an extra curl away from the face. Color up. I hate hairspray. I love day after hair though. So if you hate hairspray, you'll love this guy. I'm a Kenra freak. It's my favorite product to work with. This is in the same line, the High Grip Hairspray by Kenra. This is like day after hair in a can, and I like this because it's very drying in a sense that it's giving you so much texture. It's not crunchy. It's not. It doesn't smell bad. I really like the smell. It's very light. And so this one's great because it's super aerosolly too. And I can touch my hair when I'm done. Like, it's not crunchy, like I said, it's movable. It almost just, like I said, gives me day after hair. Keeps my curls separated. What's really cool about this product is it's almost like dry shampoo. It really helps me get my day after hair going. So if you didn't part it in the middle and you did to curl it, you toss it to the side, you get ton of body. So yeah, there's a lot of fun things you can do with it. Like I said, if I curl my hair this way, I don't have to do it for 3 days, 4 days, and tomorrow's bun day is gonna be the best bun day ever. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you guys have comments, questions, or anything. You guys can go ahead and leave any questions below. Thanks.